Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TTV News with some last events in our province, and now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, continuing the working program of the Secretary of Tay Ninh City Party Committee with the localities in Tay Ninh City, on April the 5th, the Party Committee of Tay Ninh has a meeting with the Party Committee and authorities of Ninh Sơn Ward on the leadership and direction to implement the resolution. The Party Committee of Ninh Sơn Ward has 15 cell branches with a total of 347 party members. Over the past time, the World Party Committee has focused on implementing the resolutions and action plans of the party conferences at all levels. In the first quarter of 2022, the work of building the party administration and mobilizing the people achieved many positive results. Specifically, 2 of 220 kilowatt power lines have been implemented and have been completed and are operating and expanding in the city traffic routes with a cost of over 80 billion Vietnam dong. In the process of implementation, the majority of the people agreed of the good implementation of administrative reforms, mobilizing the people to collect domestic waste reached 85% and well control the situation of political security, social order and safety, military and national defense, and also the COVID-19 pandemic. Secretary of the City Party Committee Lê Minh Thế requested the Party Committee and authorities of the Ninh Sơn Ward to continue promoting the achieved results, overcome difficulties and problems, reviews the working regulations and action plans to suit the needs of the people to the actual local situation.
The Provincial People's Committee had just issued a decision approving the course norms for training 20 primary level occupations applied to young people completing military service, police service, and young volunteers completing the task of implementing programs and projects of socio-economic development in Tay Ninh Province. This is the basis for developing training course norms for each primary level occupation, according to the list of occupations suitable to the program and actual training time for vocational education institutions. To implement the policy to support vocational training for young people that have just completed military service, police service, and young volunteers completing the task of implementing socio-economic development programs and projects in the province. Accordingly, the occupations supported for training include electric welding, thread turning, repair and maintenance of refrigerators and air conditioners, electrical construction engineer, forklift driving, repair of industrial sewing equipment, industrial electricity, occupational safety, animal technician, corporate accounting, synthetic preparation, and cooking Eurasian dishes.
The Deputy Prime Minister Vũ Đức Đam has just signed a decision approving the National Strategy for Digital Economy, Digital Society Development through 2025 orientation to 2030. The strategy aims to help Vietnam overcome the status of a low middle-income country by 2025 and become an upper middle-income country by 2030 and a high-income country by 2045. The strategy aims to help Vietnam overcome the status of a low middle-income country by 2025 and become an upper middle-income country by 2030 and a high-income country by 2045. The government assigns the Ministry of Information and Communications to take prime responsibility for accelerating the development of digital economy toward a digital society. The ministry was also tasked to instruct other ministry agencies and localities in organizing the implementation of the strategy and periodically report outcomes to the Prime Minister. Vietnam is one of the 2 fastest growing digital economies in Southeast Asia, with the average growth rate in excess of 40% since 2015, in which e-commerce is the key driver behind the impressive numbers. According to the Resolution number 52 of the Politburo on the guidelines for participation in the 4th Industrial Revolution, Vietnam has set the goals to increase the GDP share of digital economy to 20% by 2025. And currently, Vietnam provinces and cities have prepared plans to welcome guests, systematically launching attractive and preferential programs and products to attract tourists. In order to ensure effective reception of guests, businesses need to foster human resources to ensure the timely service quality to meet reopening of tourism, stimulate domestic and international tourism, connect destinations, develop new products, and improve the quality of tourism products and services. In order to ensure effective reception of guests, businesses need to foster human resources to ensure timely service quality to meet the reopening of tourism, stimulate domestic and international tourism, connect destinations, develop new products, and improve the quality of tourism products and services. According to Plan number 829 issued by the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, travel businesses need to develop a plan to welcome guest safety and apply related regulations of tourism, health, and local industries. They also need to actively develop plans to contain the COVID-19 pandemic and handle cases of COVID-19. Travel enterprises must notify tourists of regulations and requirements before the trip and guide visitors to comply with the regulations to ensure the safe tourism activities. They also take responsibility for ensuring that travelers have medical or travel insurance that cover COVID-19 treatment with the minimum liability required. In addition, businesses also need to actively coordinate with authorities in tourist management to ensure compliance with the laws and local regulations. They are also supposed to guide employees to strictly observe the regulations on prevention and control of COVID-19 pandemic of the tourism industry, the health sectors, and functional essences.
According to Dau Tieng Phước Hòa Irrigation Exploitation One Member Company Limited, the work of ensuring water security in Dau Tieng Reservoir is facing some difficulties. Dau Tieng Lake has the large lake basin area of 2,700 square meters. The system of works is spread over 5 provinces and cities. According to Dau Tieng Phước Hòa Irrigation Exploitation One Member Company Limited, the impact of the rapid urbanization of the provinces leading to the management of discharge activities and water quality control upstream of the lake is facing many difficulties and challenges. The company recommends strengthening the planting of watershed forests and semi-submerged forests to increase cover, reduce sedimentation, flood flows, and increase low flows in order to sustainably develop ecotourism and protect water resources.
And ladies and gentlemen, the role of enterprises is identified as nucleus, the locomotive to help promote large-scale commodity-oriented agriculture, apply science and technology, improve product quality, and promote agricultural product exports, etc., especially in the current integration context. Encouraging on economic sector to develop high-tech agriculture, linking the production and consumption of products, and building strong brands of locality, distinctive agricultural products to expand domestic and foreign markets are all the major goals of the agricultural sector in Tay Ninh province in the period of international integration, so as to realize the goals of sustainable growth and increased income for the farmers. Tay Ninh province is endowed with favorable national conditions for agricultural development, with terrain being flat, hardly being affected by storms and floods. The total agricultural area is about 345,000 hectares. Its surface water resource are abundant, with the Vam Cô Đông River and Dau Tieng Lake having a water surface area of about 27,000 hectares and storing for 1.5 billion cubic meters of water, capable of irrigating for more than 48,000 hectares of cultivated land. Tay Ninh is also famous for sugarcane, cassava, rubber, castor apple, coal, and pig. Agriculture accounts for nearly 30% of the province's GDP. Agricultural restructuring toward added value, smart agriculture, organic and export-oriented agriculture, and up to now, the province has attracted 24 agricultural investment projects with a total registered capital of over 1,652 billion Vietnam dong. The consumption of market has been expanded. Besides traditional markets like China and the Asian, the province also exported its products to demanding markets such as the United States and the European Union. Over the past year, the provincial leaders have paid great attention to directing high-tech agricultural development to enhance the competitive advantage, yields, and qualities of agricultural products. High-tech agricultural development is one of the 4 breakthrough solutions for socio-economic development of the province. Best out with such favorable conditions, Tay Ninh can develop high-tech agriculture to create safe, valuable, and highly competitive products for consumption and export processing. And up to now, many smart agricultural models have been widely used in production. The share of high-tech agricultural production accounts for 30%, and the output of agricultural products reached over 20%. Tay Ninh province also put forth plans to develop clean agriculture and organic agriculture associated with related processing industry, climate adaptation and sustainable connectivity in value chains to raise the quality, quantity and added value and also competitiveness of local agricultural products. And by 2025, high-tech agriculture will make up to over 40% of agricultural value. The value of products made under good agricultural practice, such as feed gap and global gap or equivalents, will exceed 20%, bringing the yield to over 130 million Vietnam dong per hectare of agricultural land a year. One solution for sustainable agricultural development as defined by Tay Ninh province is appealing to businesses to invest in high-tech cultivation of vegetables and fruits. The province worked out and implemented appropriate policies to attract and encourage agricultural enterprises to join hands with farmers to assess and improve understanding of converting from traditional agriculture to smart agriculture. And at the same time, the province will develop expanded agricultural preservation and processing industry for sugarcane, cassava, rubber, meat, milk, and aquatic products. The province has also attracted enterprises to invest in commercial agricultural development, apply science and technology to create nuclear for connection, processing, consumption, and flow of local agricultural products. And Mr. Nguyễn Đình Xuân, Director of the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, said that in order to support and encourage businesses to invest in agricultural sector, the province issued a program on developing agricultural value to upgrade the agricultural value chains, ensure the value quality of agricultural products to meet domestic consumption and export requirements. At the same time, the sector focused on carrying out three major policies, encouraging businesses to invest in agriculture and rural areas, low interest support policy for feed gap-based and high-tech and organic agriculture, and agricultural development support policies. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all for the TTV News today. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.